If you want a test in patience, you've met your match. Gas stations and convenience stores with fuel have never been the darling of the lending industry. Gas station construction financing is even worse. There are any number of reasons why this is the case. Number one, the overall environment is not conducive to lending in general. Number two, the petroleum retail or C&G business is not a favorite of the lending community. Number three, frequent cost overruns make construction financing more risky to a bank, especially if it's a high advance or high loan to value. Number four, gas station construction loans are something where lenders tend to run hot and cold on. And when they run hot, it's usually for short periods of time. Number five, the length of time it takes to construct, usually longer than anticipated, makes doing construction loans prohibitive. Number six, lenders in all cases will consider this a startup, which is very difficult to do. So what are your options? First, if this is your first gas station or convenience store that you have managed or own, you'll have a very difficult time getting financing. If you have a partner, even with a minority ownership interest, it will be less difficult so long as they have experience in the industry. Borrowers that currently own and operate gas stations and convenience stores have the least difficult time obtaining financing because from an underwriter's point of view, should the new business take a while to get off the ground, the borrower has income from other sources and they're not totally dependent on the profitability of the new venture. If you do not already own the land or have not already purchased the land where you intend to build, it'll be less desirable to a lender. The closer you are to being able to break the ground, the closer you are to having legitimate financing options. If you're still waiting for quotes from construction companies and vendors, it'll be less desirable to a lender. The closer you are to knowing exactly what your costs will be, the higher your probability goes up of obtaining financing. In many cases, you'll be required to obtain a feasibility study. Spending a few $1,000s is money well spent and will most likely make you aware of your demographics and competition you may or may not be aware of. If an oil company or jobber has done their own study, they will have their own motivation to bring you on as a client. A hands-off, third-party report will in most cases be more reliable. You should make yourself prepared to accept private money financing for the construction portion of the project and then get permanent financing. If you accept private financing, typically you will pay higher rates, maybe 8 to 10% interest only, which you will have for 3 to 12 months depending upon the anticipated length of time for construction. Although the rate will be higher, it might be the quickest option for financing. Be prepared to come up with more out-of-pocket money for private financing and obtain a higher advance on your permanent loan. It is possible that you can get conventional construction financing, but do not expect to get more than 70% advance of construction cost. If you're pursuing SBA 7A or 504, it's possible that you can get 80 to 85%, but do not hold your breath, especially because they will have to have it fully collateralized after the lender discounts the value. Be prepared for any of your sources to sour on the deal. It isn't necessarily that your deal is bad, but lenders are very mercurial on construction loans. Always work multiple sources on gas station construction financing. Even doing this, there are no guarantees on gas station construction loans. Contact us today at PetroMAC if you need gas station or convenience store construction financing. We can also assist you in negotiating your purchase agreement, your fuel supply agreement with your jobber or with an oil company, and we can assist in negotiating your agreements with all your vendors. We can also assist you with your business plan. Please visit our website at www.petromac.com.